On the dot on a Sunday morning. Happy Sunday, rise and shine. It's time for Coffee Talk. I'm WESH 2 First Warning meteorologist Eric Burris. Thanks for hanging out with us. We do this, by the way, if you're new to town, if you're new to the Coffee Talk world, we do this every day, 7 days a week. Chat about what's going on in the world of weather. Sometimes we can just kind of hang out. Sometimes we have some serious weather to discuss. So it just kind of is what it is. Today, thankfully, nothing too crazy. We're on Facebook, on the WESH page, on the Eric Burris Meteorologist page. I'm on Twitter, X, and YouTube as well. So we're like Visa, baby. We're everywhere you want to be. And thankfully, we are where we want to be this morning in an absolutely beautiful start. Take a live look outside, see what's doing. There's our Tower Cam network. Clear skies in downtown Orlando. It is so pretty outside. So pretty. Hope you're having a great morning. It's going to be a great day. First warning, live Doppler radar. We have been watching some showers. Let me take you into Brevard County, see what's doing there now. Thankfully, nothing too strong. But showers nonetheless around Melbourne, West Melbourne. It's kind of working down 192. A little bit of rain working to the southern shore there of Lake Washington. Otherwise, we're good. All right? Now, this morning, temperatures out the door, 60s and 70s. We will warm things up into the mid-80s by 1 o'clock and into the upper 80s this afternoon. Notice there's a 40% coverage of showers and storms. It's not going to be a completely clear morning. We will have a little bit of rain to deal with, right? Like yesterday. Yeah. Jennifer says, Visa's everywhere I want to be, but I never leave home without my American Express. See? Marketing works, right? Like we're sitting here spouting these lines off. Marketing works. You know? Isn't that funny how that works? Yukon says, we have some serious weather to discuss for sure. I'm serious about the rain dissolving and only getting sprinkler. American Express is better overseas. I didn't mean to go that deep into it, but understood. All right, so yeah, we do at least have a little bit of rain out there. So let's do this. Let's dial up a couple of our computer models and see what today's rain looks like. Let's start with the old trusty Futurecast model. This morning, showing some coastal showers, developing that East Coast sea breeze 11:30, 12 o'clock, right? I'll bring it full screen so that you've got the best. You don't need to look at my noggin. 1, 2 o'clock, starting to see some of those storms moving inland and then spreading 3, 4 p.m. Showers and storms kind of coagulating, coming together 6, 7. That's probably where we'll get a sea breeze collision. That's what we see kind of during the summer months. That's where the bigger storms could fire up out west in particular today. And then 8, 9, 10 o'clock, that fades a little bit. Let's check in with the HRRR model, the High Resolution Rapid Refresh. You like that? This is a short range but high resolution model. Okay, all right, here we are. Okay, so just kind of going through 11, 12 o'clock, really quiet. And then, okay, and then it fires up. So I'm like, so HRRR is a little bit later, but it does fire up that sea breeze collision out west. So there's that. And then let's take a look at our beta Futurecast, because, you know, why not? Couple of showers, 12, 1, 2 o'clock. Couple of popcorn showers, and then 6, 7 o'clock. So they're all, you know, all models are kind of pointing at a sea breeze collision out west. So if you live in our western areas, I would say you've got the best opportunity to see some storms, some stronger storms firing right around 6, 6:30, 7 o'clock. They're all in agreement there. Either way, we're, you know, just kind of playing the numbers here. We're going with that 40% coverage of storms, so that's not too bad. If you're heading to the beaches today, really looks like a great day that way. Few coastal showers this morning, then showers along the sea breeze, but that all moves inland, and then it's going to look just gorgeous. Temperature hanging around 80 on the beach sand. Can't go wrong with that. Tim says models are guidance, not gospel, and that's why I like to show you the different models, so that you know exactly what they're saying and what they're not saying, and we can all make the decisions. The dogs will not be happy, but we so need the rain. It's true. I agree with that. Smidge too early to call the wet season, right? Oh, yeah. Well, listen, I mean, today is May the 5th, and if you want to, and that's kind of an interesting point. See, this is why Coffee Talk is great, because it's absolutely too soon to call the wet season, but if the wet season started today, it would be tied for the earliest wet season on record. We're not going to get, this will not be the wet season yet because models, at least long-range models, are showing a cold front moving in this weekend. So this is not it. I don't expect it to be a record-setting pattern. So let's just kind of, you know what, before we do that even, let's do this. Give me a second. Okay, all right, here we are. All right, so forecast, warm for us, sea breeze activity. Notice no cold fronts tomorrow, warm. We're getting hot this week, no cold fronts. So we just kind of dry out and really build in the heat. But notice Wednesday, there's a new front out west that will eventually kind of clear the way. Either this one moves our direction or the one after it moves our direction. But we do kind of turn the pattern around. So for this week, let's just talk about this, okay? For this week, the heat really builds. 92 on Tuesday, that's already hot. 95 on Wednesday, 97 on Thursday. So that, I mean, that's gross. And that makes me wonder, and we didn't look this up, Ryan. I've got fake intern here. Say hi.
Hi.
You know what we didn't look up? I'm going to do it right now. We didn't look up how hot we got last year, just in terms of Climo in general. So let me look that up. I'm curious. So I'm going to do this. I'll do it so that you all can see. Give me a minute. I got to put it in the system here. We'll put that there. Okay. Turn that on. Turn you off. Of course, hold on a second. See if I'm doing this. New content, studio scene. Hold on. Add 3D model. I have to put it over white because OBS doesn't do that. All right, there we are. All right, give me a second. Interact. Daily data listing from January 1st to 12/31, and that needs to be 03. I'm just curious what the hottest temperature was last year. MCOTHR. All right, so the highest temperature last year was 100 degrees. So if we were to hit, the reason I'm curious is like, is this going to be hotter than anything we got last year? And the answer is no. This is the data plot for last year's temperatures. So you could see we hit 100 on August 12th, 99 a bunch of times. So if we hit 97 though, it will be the hottest temperature since August. So that, I mean, that's worth mentioning, right? It's been a minute since we've gotten there, right? We had some hot days last year. 97, 98, 98, 98, 98, 99, 99, 99. Ooh, God. Gross. Okay. A minimum of 81. Yeah, on August 9th, we had a minimum temperature of 81. That's not the forecast. This is old data, but still. I like that snowfall is listed. This is raw radar data, so it's not like it even knows what it's talking about. All right, so let's pop up the 7-day forecast, and yeah, it's going to be a hot one, my friends. The forecast this week is going to be hot. We've got that 97 in there, right? Now let's talk a little bit about records, okay? Let's look at the Thursday. I'm expecting to be the hottest day, and there's your numbers, okay? Orlando's going to be within a degree of a record going back over 100 years. Sanford, within a degree of a record going back to 09. Leesburg, expecting a record of 100. Thankfully, Daytona Beach and Melbourne, we're not there. Daytona Beach are close, but not expecting a record. A record's possible, but yeah. So that's where we're at. Jeannie says 97. No, I know. Yukon, let's talk about record cold. Well, we don't have it, but yeah. Michael says we're having windows installed on Tuesday, Wednesday. 10 holes in our house with temps. Oh, geez Louise. It's going to get hot in your house, and you're going to probably have a pretty significant air conditioner bill once it's done. But yeah, if we think cold, will it become cold? I'm a firm believer in The Secret but I'm also a firm believer in reality. So I'm sorry about that. Not expecting that to be the case. But there's something like 10 records that are possible to fall from Winter Haven to, in our area, it's going to be Daytona Beach will be close. I don't expect a record in Daytona Beach, but it'll be close. Sanford, Orlando, Leesburg, and Winter Haven are going to be the spots this week that could get into record temperatures. So there you go. Now, when it's done, though, thankfully, it's done. Let's take a look at computer models. We'll do this, do that. All right. So this is the raw GFS. All right. And this is, let's just kind of look ahead. So if you've watched this for a while, you know that these patterns are cycling. Jeremy and I spent like 2 hours on the phone yesterday going over the dates, and I think we were a little off in terms of the dates. So, real fast, we're not tweaking our seasonal forecast in terms of hotspot locations at all or in terms of numbers at all. We are shifting some dates. So that's going to be a bit of a change. But we are shifting some dates around, and I've got them already done. We spent 2 hours on the phone yesterday with it. But yeah, so we're shifting some dates. But it fits better. Everything, going back and really studying the March and the April cycle, it elongated a little bit. So we're shifting from cycle duration of 47 to cycle duration of 48 days. So based on that, I think we've got a better handle on things. So here's the computer model data, and there's the kind of Gulf to Carolina low cycling through, doing exactly what it's supposed to do and kind of fitting the timeline. There's something interesting there. And then we get into late May, and it's as far out as it'll go, but then we start to watch the kind of South Florida part of the pattern. So we're shifting some dates. I'm not a fan of having to do any adjustments, but yeah. Tad says, why not use the 47.7 you calculated? Because Jeremy talked me out of it, and then now I'm sitting here saying I should have used... We went with 46 to 47 because Jeremy talked me into it, and then now I'm saying we should have just used what I was doing because I'm using Microsoft Excel and he's pen and paper. If I'm honest, Jeremy, don't hate me. I said it. I said what I said. He made fun of me yesterday. But when he said, I think it's closer to 48, I'm like, mathematically, I had that 3 months ago. So anyway, we're human. This is what it is. So we're shifting some times around just a little bit. Yeah. Oh, Charles, yeah, it's going to be lovely weather for you, bud. Drive safe. Hope everything's good with your pop. So anyway, there's that. We're going to be talking a lot about it on the 9 a.m. show tomorrow on West 2 News at 9. He and I are going to pop something into the newscast there. But all we did is we shifted some dates back a little bit. So, for example, I'll share them with y'all here. We didn't touch the hotspots. We didn't touch locations. We didn't touch the numbers. We just shifted the dates around. So the next part of the pattern is the Gulf to Carolina, which is going to be like these next couple of days. Then it recycles again June 24th, August 10th, and September 26th. For our big part of the pattern, to me, the Gulf to Florida low, this part of the pattern, we shifted these dates around a little bit. May 23rd through the 28th, July 9th through the 15th now, and August 26th through September 1st. So that May 23rd to the 28th time frame. Okay, so let's look, give me 2 seconds. May 23rd through 28th. Let's pop up the CFS model, which is a super long range model. All right. Let me shrink it so that you can actually see the thing. All right, so that's the CFS model. This is one of the things that we use to just kind of eyeball where we are. Let's see here. That's the 18th. That's the 22nd. So that's May 22nd starting to see something around Florida. That's the 22nd, right? Starting to see something around. So late May, definitely seeing indicators of something around Florida there. We've got the 23rd in our new pattern. So I definitely think that that's where we're at. So yeah, we've done a little bit of a shift. And, you know, I would say I don't love doing that, but we're not changing our long-range patterns. We're just shifting the dates as things are coming more into focus. So y'all tell me, I mean, is that, I hope that you guys are cool with that. As Jeremy and I chatted, Jeremy's point was, it's our forecast. We're going to do what we need to do. And I guess that's it. So Chris says you're all in on precision. That's it. I just hope that that doesn't like frustrate any of you all. 7-day forecasts change every day. We're going to update once going into hurricane season. So, yeah. Yukon says, thank you and Jeremy for caring enough to shift the dates and recalculate. I appreciate that. Chris, the website is not updated yet. I'm going to update that probably today or tomorrow. So yeah, we're just working on it now. And I updated the graphics just this morning. I haven't pushed it out at all, but I'll show you. Everything with Jeremy is handwritten and I make fun of him about it. But this is these were his notes based on the old and then our updated numbers. And then what I was doing, he was trying to calculate the old dates and the new dates. And I'm like, buddy, I've got Microsoft Excel. I'll calculate it all for us. Michael says, absolutely cool with that. Very good, very good, very good. Chris says, I'm great with the shift. Gisela, we're grateful for you keeping us posted. Very good, thank you. Tad says, teachable moment. Explain why and make even an ad section showing how small changes in cycle length will vary at the end. Well, and it's true. Like, if you look at, I'll just show you, this is the spreadsheet. So, for example, the August part of the pattern, right? So just based on 47 versus a 48-day cycle, okay, if it's a 47-day cycle, it would be August 23rd. If it's a 48-day cycle, it would be August 29th, right? So you see how these dates really do, they exponentially adjust if you're off. And we were a little off with the dates. So, yeah. Belinda says, yes, do what you need to do as it gets closer. You said May. And then as things get closer, it's it's fine-tuning. Matt, where do we send Jeremy the free copy of Excel? I offered to send him my XLS spreadsheet. It is what it is. Are you sure you shifted or didn't the pattern shift on us? I think that, I mean, my mathematics, and I sent him this text when we were chatting. I said to him, I was like, this was my calculate. I have not touched this part. I have not updated this since February. So I said to him, my calculation had 47.74 day cycle length back in February. And so he's like, do you remember why we went with 47 instead of 48? And I'm like, I don't. But I'm embarrassed that I didn't push it more. But the one thing that he and I kind of agreed is like, A, we're human. B, the beauty of what we do is that we work really hard together to make sure it's perfect. So we're going to continue that. Yeah. Yukon says, I may be a derailer, but you all working to give us information is good. Anyone who complains could move to Yakusik, whatever. I keep forgetting. Keep forgetting the way you say it, but thank you. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Matt, I suspected the dates would change when we got poured on at Sun and Fun Thursday and not the previous Sunday. That was also an indicator for me. Right. That was an indicator. Yeah. Tell him peer pressure should have been changed in high school. He didn't peer pressure me, but you know what it is? He's been doing it longer than I have. And so I kind of told him I usually lean on him, and he kind of said, that's fine, but also push back. That's the power of having two people working on it together. So for me, it's a teachable moment. But, you know, so we're not changing like the hotspots or the overall storm numbers. We're just shifting some dates around just a little bit. But as I texted Kelly in class, I said, this works better for your wedding. So that's good. That's good. So anyway, it is what it is. Tim says, trust the Excel guy more than the pen and paper guy. Well, I suppose I need to have a little more confidence. It's kind of a theme in my life, isn't it? Oh, well. Becky says, no one is perfect, just hope the number of intense ones are wrong. Well, and you know, it's human work. It's human work. And we're not changing the seasonal forecast at all. We're just shifting some dates. Yeah. Science is always testing your hypothesis. The fact you're willing to change it says more to your dedication to the science. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's the way, I think that's the way we feel too. We want to make sure it's good. So I'm going to get the dates and everything forecast changed on the website. So we'll get it there. We'll get it there. Rick says, I wouldn't worry about the shift. It's what you needed to do. It's not an exact science. It's like, I mean, this 7-day forecast is shifted from yesterday and the day before. I want to never touch it. And we are not touching the seasonal forecast. The numbers are fixed. The hotspots are fixed. We're just shifting some dates around. So it is what it is. Yeah. Changing topic. Does Christina have wedding pic? Oh, she's been posting on her page all kinds of wedding pictures. They're beautiful. Yeah. Tiffany, and admitting we made a mistake. It happens. It's one day, big deal. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's, you know, always learning, always pushing forward. So, yeah, nothing wrong with pen and paper. No, but Excel is powerful. So, you know, just tuning in. What in tarnation is 97 for Florida? James, I know. This week is going to be a week. This week is going to be a week. Yep. A Rocketbook notebook is pen and paper, but it's still technology. You can scan and send it to people, saves paper, and it's reusable. Yeah, there you go. Does Jeremy also use an abacus? No, he uses his brain. He'll sit there and try and calculate dates, and I'm just like, why in God's name would you do that?
There are people that use like multiple sheets of paper to forecast.
Multiple sheets of paper to forecast? I mean, we use Excel at WESH.
Yeah. I use like Excel and my brain.
Yeah, I just feel like Excel is so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, when I started to get into long-range forecasting, Jeremy was like, all right, I'm just going to need you to buy a notebook. I'm like, or a calendar, a paper calendar. I'm like, and I did the first year. And about 3 days in, I'm like, well, this stinks because it's waste of paper. Mm-hmm. And I never did it again. Man, that's something. Yeah. Will it impact all 3 holiday weekends? You know, I didn't even go to look at the new dates and how it will impact stuff. Yeah. Michael says, I've learned so much from watching. I had no idea that 47 to 48 day cycles even existed before watching. I mean, but that's the thing. Yeah, not a ton of people kind of do this. Let all of us Excel nerds unite. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. 3 minutes. Questions, comments, concerns, anything? Any idea when it's safe to plant? Well, we're not getting any more frost or freeze, if that's what you're worried about. Or is it when the rainy season starts? We're just about there to the rainy season. Yeah. Tiffany, easier to make a quick change on the computer and pen and paper. Oh, yeah. Eric, anything go up yesterday? I don't know what you mean. Anything go up yesterday? I think it's still great Jeremy still uses his brain. If something happened and you didn't have that tech, you need your brain. Yeah, but also, what?
For now, we have that tech.
I was gonna say, like, where's the tech gonna go, right? Like
until AI takes over.
Until AI takes over, and then it's gonna kill us all anyway. You know, the tech will be the thing trying to kill us. I don't know. No shuttle has gone up in over a decade, but rocket, was there a rocket launch yesterday? I don't think so. There's one on Monday. I'm taking the Weather Lab out tomorrow for it. Tim says Lotus 1, 2, 3 forever. When I started with my company, everybody had already shifted over to Outlook but Hearst. I started my first 3 years in Hearst. I used Lotus Notes for email. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, Skynet for sure. It's trust but verify. That's it. Trust but verify. The tech can get hacked. Listen, have you not figured out in society our brain is much more hackable than a computer? At least we have multi-point authentication on a computer. Our brain, you watched one wrong TikTok video and you're completely ruined. Tim, is fake intern allowed to talk?
Yeah. Well,
Fake
how y'all doing?
Fake intern's allowed to talk.
I hope.
Well, he just popped over.
Mm-hmm. If not, I'll get an email and then we'll go from there.
We got fake intern a job. Did we talk about that?
No, I don't think so.
A national. We got like 50 seconds. Where are you going to be working?
They own another TV station here in town, but it's a national product.
A
I'm
national weather-
freelance, so
A national product.
you're stuck with me for now.
That'll be all right. He's learning on all different platforms, and I love it. So,
Hey
yeah,
Karen, how are you?
love that. I love that. Do you have his name and likeness? No.
Yeah, I
no,
feel like
don't.
I need. Can I start selling T-shirts? Is that a?
Fake intern T-shirt? Dear God. You know what? I could see that happening.
I need those multi-million-dollar like the
NIL
ones that-
deals?
Yeah, that like UCF and FSU players are signing.
Yeah,
Whatever
Victoria.
gets me a new
Victoria,
vehicle.
fake intern has a job, and it's doing
Thank
weather
you.
stuff too. Love that. All right.
All right.
You're
Bye,
done.
guys.
I'm done. We gotta go. I gotta go be on TV. Fake interns, good people. You're good people. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you.